How you doing, folks? I want to do an updated walkthrough of my kayak setup for the 2024 tournament season. This is my 2023 NuCanoe Unlimited. Got it in the black and blue color back in January, I think. Just kind of go bow to stern, walk through all the different gear that I have mounted on it. Starting up front, got the Motor Guide XI5. It's a 24 volt, 80 pound thrust trolling motor. Got the katana blade on it. Next, got the gear pod right here. I'm not going to open it up and go through the inside of it, but that's where I keep all my wiring, batteries for electronics, my black box for my live scope. I'm going to do a separate video and do a walkthrough of that whole setup, so I'm not going to open that right now. And right here, for my screens, I got the 93 SV up top and then 73 SV down at the bottom. Eventually I'm going to upgrade this to a 93 SV. I got both of those mounted on the Yak Attack mounts. Next, got my catch boards, usually where I keep it during tournaments for measuring fish. That may change, not quite sure yet. I recently got the Quick Connect rudder system with the foot steering. It's kind of messing with the way that I measure my fish, but I don't know, we'll see. Still a work in progress figuring that out. Down here, I took one of Yak Gadget's, I think they're called the Quick Tracks, and I just took the arms off of it and mounted it directly onto the track. And I did that because it had these little slots for my scissors and for my pliers. And then I kind of made this, took a Railblazer mount, and then I can't remember what glue I used to mount this Night Eyes magnetic ball in there, but my phone has a magnet on the back, and then it goes there during tournaments, and then just connect this lanyard to it and it stays right there. And then, so it's easy to get to whenever I got to take pictures for uploading fish. So this right here is one of my favorite setups that I've recently done with it. I got the idea from Chris Hogan. He also has an Unlimited and has this Yak Attack rotor grip for the paddles, but instead he put his landing net in there. And I got this Yak Attack leverage landing net with the extended handle length, and I've really liked this versus I used to keep it in the back here in one of these rod holders and have to do the flipping and whipping it around, and it's just too much time and too much opportunity for something to go wrong. So, moving, obviously, have the seat. I keep a little air horn on the side of it here just in case, you know, there's some idiot not paying attention and about to run over me. Got the stack packs back here behind the seat. This one just has the tray in it. It's just got a bunch of different, it's basically just my junk drawer where I throw things I might switch to early on, or once I have switched to things, that's where I'll kind of throw it just to keep it off the deck. And then on each side I have these Yak Attack Omega rod holders. That's for just whenever I am landing a fish and I need somewhere quick to throw my rod, put it there. Back here I have the Yak Attack Black Pack in that new orange color. Have a video doing kind of a whole walkthrough of that thing. If you're interested in anything in depth, but I will open it up for you real quick and just show you. Keep my Dakota lithium battery in there, one of the 12 volt 100 amp hours, along with some soft plastics in a Plano bag. And this is just more miscellaneous stuff. I keep some Z-Man plastics up there, poncho, identifiers. And then back here is another 100 amp hour 12 volt battery, power the trolling motor, switchblade for the sonar. And then back here, this is the Quick Connect rudder I was talking about earlier that I have the foot control for up front. Visibility flag, and I also mount a camera up top up there. It gives me a kind of over the shoulder view. Got first aid kit over here. I got the emergency floating rope on the other side as well. And then this is where I have my live scope mounted on the Yak Gadget Quick Scope. I have made a few changes since the video I did doing a review of it. Somebody in the comments on one of Yak Gadget's videos was talking about the same thing I was talking about, where you know you want to do like a quick drive-by, but that kick-up feature, if you're going too fast, will kick your transducer up out of the way. So Yak Gadget, they suggested that you flip the mount around, because you can unscrew these towers right here and flip it around. And so that's what I did. So now instead of this thing kicking back, what I'm gonna do, I'll show you real quick. Now it locks in, it doesn't go back since it kicks out forward now. Yes, I lose the kick up feature, but I don't really get up shallow enough using this thing that it is going to make much of a difference for me. I do more of the drive-by style scanning with this thing, and so I found this to be a lot more useful for me. And I also like stowing it when it comes up this way better too. And I'll link the video for that review and walkthrough somewhere up in one of these corners. Keep another one of these Cast King tackle boxes right here, just random assorted lures I may use. And then this is that foot pedal with the steering cable that goes to the back that I was talking about. You can kind of see. And that's super helpful when you're wanting to just kind of slowly cruise down a bank and cast and hit different targets, but you don't want to steer with your hands. Able to now steer with my foot and control where I'm going and still focus on where I'm casting at the same time. And then I have all of that sitting on this ride-on trailer that I bought from the folks at Music City Outdoors down in Nashville, Tennessee. If you're ever in the area, I highly recommend y'all stop by their store. One thing I did do to this is I took, I can't even remember what this thing's called. This is for like loading four-wheelers and lawnmowers and stuff into the bed of a truck. I took it and got some U-bolts here, bolted it down to the frame of this, and so now I'm able to walk down that platform whenever I'm got this thing backed into the water. Not such a big deal during the summer, because during the summer I'll just hop into water, as deep as I need to get. But during the winter, this thing was super helpful, keeping me from having to get too deep out in the water or get into any kind of sketchy situations. Up under here, I also still have the emergency ladder mounted. Yes, you should obviously be able to re-enter your kayak in the event any event that you fall out, but in an emergency type situation, I will take every bit of help that I can get. This right here is a handheld urinal. That is how I go to the bathroom out on the water. That has been one of my favorite additions to this whole setup. In the summertime, it's not such a big deal because I'm not worried about balancing on the gunnel. But during the winter, it's a little scary to stand on the edge of the boat trying to use the bathroom. So that's my setup. Like I said, I'm going to do a more in-depth walkthrough of that gear pod and the wiring that I have for my electronics, my live scope, and all that. If you guys have any questions, anything I didn't mention or go over, please drop a comment, ask away. Happy to answer them. If there's anything additional that you'd like to see footage of, also drop that in there. I'll happy to make a video on that as well. Thanks for watching.